What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. So the topic that I'll be discussing this live stream today is in regards to the Johnny Depp situation with him and his former girlfriend Amber Heard, right? So, like everybody obviously knows, there's obviously a trial going on right now between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. But the one thing we have to realize is that in this situation, there have been so many things, right? So many factors that have literally come into play when it comes to the way that they both were treated during the relationship, right? This woman literally has been presented evidence of her abusing Johnny Depp, right? From hitting him to all of the other things that she literally did, right? So if you go back and you look at my video from last year, I believe, I don't remember when I did it last year, but I made about like 2 videos last year talking about the situation regarding how Amber Heard is treating her boyfriend at the time, which was Johnny Depp, and she was constantly abusing him. So with her constantly abusing him, you're expected as a man to be docile. What do I mean by docile? I basically mean that as a man, you're expected to be calm, especially when a woman is putting her hands on you. And this is the thing you have to realize. Just because that man might not put his hands on you doesn't mean that if you go to another man that he's not going to put his hands on you. Because some men in certain situations don't know how to control themselves, especially when it's a situation where you start to physically put your hands on him. But I will say this one thing, and this is not only for Johnny Depp, this is for every man that's watching this video, every woman that's watching this video. You have to realize that things happen in progression. What do I mean by things happen in progression? I'm basically trying to say that it did not just start with Amber Heard putting her hands on Johnny Depp, right? It started with little things, probably her yelling at him and him not reacting, right, to her disrespecting him. Because I want to make this point very, very clear. There's a difference between a woman yelling at you and a woman disrespecting you, right? They're both seen as disrespect either way. You feel what I'm saying? But a woman yelling at you, in my opinion, is a little bit less than a woman disrespecting you, like insulting you, right? They're both disrespectful. However you see it, they're both disrespectful. But at the same time as well, too, one is worse than the other. But that being said, the reality of the situation is that if Johnny Depp had stepped up and curbed it from the jump, this would have never ended up getting to the situation. Or let's say, for instance, he did do that, right? You should have seen, based off of you vetting her out properly, that she has some sort of demonic spirit in her that's causing her to behave like this. Because this is the sad reality of the situation. A lot of you want to try to wife up these girls that are not wife material, bro. Are trying to make them your girlfriend, but they're not wife material. I stress this because I believe it's important, right? We as men have to realize that when you're getting into a situation with a woman, whether it's long-term or short-term, if it's short-term to waste your time, if you want to do that, you can. I would not advise that personally because, like I said, you honestly have to be careful of the type of energy you're giving to people and the type of energy you're receiving from people because energy is very, very precious. So if you waste your energy, you're literally wasting your time. On the flip side, though, if you're looking for something longer term, you really need to take your time and vet out the woman that you're dealing with. Why? Because you need to make sure that she's the woman for you. You got to make sure that she's willing to do everything that it possibly takes to be with you. You have to realize that her being with you is like her signing an application, right? Or her writing up a job application to see if she can fit that role, which is your wife. Because this is what dudes fail to understand. The minute you give her the title of girlfriend, the minute you give her the title of wife, she doesn't show you that same respect anymore that she should have showed you when she was working to get to that point, man. You have to understand that, man. Like, you have to constantly put yourself in a position to see yourself as a higher authority figure, bro. If we're going off of the hierarchy when it comes to men and women, this is how it is, bro. God obviously started, and for those people who don't believe in God, bro, you have to realize that there are certain things that happen in this world that even scientists can't even explain, right? There are certain things in this world that even scientists can't even explain. That's God. God exists. So as for all those people who want to claim that they're atheists and that God doesn't exist, I'm sorry to tell you, but he does exist. He does exist. With that being said, start off with God. Then we transition from God to man. After man, you go to woman. So even in this society where they're trying to push this agenda of equality between men and women are not the same. Let me repeat that again. Men and women, we are not the same. There's a reason why God created men, and there's a reason why God created women. There's also a reason why God created gender roles for a specific reason. So when you have certain people trying to compare men to women and equality, it's like, nah, bro. Like there's a reason why, as a woman, if you do certain actions, especially when it comes to the type of clothes you wear or the type of pictures you post, you're going to be labeled as a 304, aka what I call a 403. But if you're a man and you do that exact same thing, you're not going to be faulted. Now we flip the script, and you as a woman, there are a lot more things that you can get away with, right? You literally abusing a man. Look at the situation right now with Johnny Depp. This woman was literally abusing Johnny Depp. And now she's literally about to be in a position where she could potentially be like, go free. Because sometimes in these types of SA cases or DV, if you don't know what DV is, it's basically domestic violence, right? But I don't want to say it too much because you already know how YouTube is. With that being said, they're going to automatically take the man out of the household first, even if he was the one that was being abused, because psychologically, when it comes to these officers, they assume that you as a man could be able to cause more damage, which is true, but they don't even know the story. And at least one person has to leave the house that night. So obviously, they were living together at a point in time. So that was when she was doing all the things that she was doing. And this is why we really have to be careful, especially in this society, because a lot of people tend to take the woman's side over the man's side, and it's ridiculous, because the thing is that when you start to favor one sex or one race over the other, not race, my bad, one sex or one gender over the other, it starts to become a big problem. Look at the situation about what happened in South Florida. I think this was like almost a month ago with one of my Nigerian brothers, man, Abumseli, how he was stabbed to death. He was stabbed in the shoulder by a mind me that obviously this was interracial dating. This was a Nigerian African brother, right, with a white woman, probably from European ancestry. The point is that he literally lost his life because of some sort of SA or domestic violence. And it's like they're going to try to take the woman's side majority of the time because they believe that the woman can do no wrong. When that's not even close to being the case. It's not even close to being the case. But you as a man, a woke man at that, you have to really be able to see beyond the lines. You got to be able to see the truth and stand up for the truth, no matter what the situation may be. You feel what I'm saying? You got to really be able to see the truth, man. It's sad that it even has to get to a point with the Johnny Depp situation that it has to go through trial, especially where it's being held trial. Like I've watched a little bit of the clips, and depending on what you guys put in the comment section, it will determine whether I'm going to make another video on the situation, right? I saw some clips on the Johnny Depp situation and how they were talking about how they were literally asking him questions multiple times just to be able to see how he was going to respond if he asked those questions multiple times. So it just goes to show you how much ridicule and how much pressure they're putting on this man to be able to try to admit something that he never did, even though there's clear evidence that this woman has been abusing this man since time immemorial. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's up to you as a woke person to be able to see beyond the lines and see the reality for what it truly is. Don't be shy. Speak the truth, because the truth is going to set you free. They don't want you to be woke enough to be able to speak the truth, and when you do speak the truth, they try to shame you. Don't allow society to be able to dictate what it is. You got to dictate that for yourself. Stay woke, keep grinding. I understand the future is bright, but this Johnny Depp situation, like I said, is very, very sad. It's very, very unfortunate, but at the same time as well, too, our hope isn't lost. What do I mean by our hope isn't lost? We as men have to really start to take back our power, bro. We have to stand upon masculinity. The one thing you have to understand is that a lot of men are dealing with women that don't have a lot of respect for them, or don't even respect them at all. And it's like, you as a man have to realize that if you're dealing with a woman that does not respect you, you have to understand that in the back of your mind, especially if you're a dude that's high value and you're self-improving every day, what that woman that's not doing for you, the woman that you're with, what she's not willing to do, another woman will. Let me repeat that again. What she as the woman, what she's not willing to do for you, another woman will. You have to go to a place that people are going to accept you, bro. You got to stop dealing with women that do not appreciate you, women that don't respect you. I'm going to be real. A lot of dudes want to be loved, and there's nothing wrong with being loved. But y'all want to be loved more than y'all want to be respected. And it's like, bro, you have to understand that when a woman respects you, that is when she's going to show you the most love. But if she loves you first, she's going to disrespect you. What do I mean by that? I mean that because of the fact that she claims that she loves you, even though it's obviously her feelings which changed from on memorial, from time immemorial, she's going to treat you with disrespect. But if she respects you first, then the love comes. So my advice to you guys is to make sure that you're dealing with women that respect you first. Once they respect you, then they're going to show you that love that you deserve, especially if you're putting in the work. And this goes back to my point, like I said, you really have to be careful of the type of energy that you're incorporating into your body, into your being, into your vicinity. The reality of the situation is that not only women, but a lot of these people in the world right now, a lot of them possess very demonic spirits. They're here to try to take you out. They're here to try to see you not succeed. You have to really safeguard your energy, trust in God, and do the right thing, man. And be careful who you associate yourself with. Be careful who you give your energy to, because you might think that this person has best intentions for you, but they're plotting on your downfall. They're praying for you not to succeed. Be careful. Be very, very careful, right? If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. This is going to be in this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Woke Ebucks, WOKEEBUKS, and tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado, this is going to be in this live stream. This is Woke Ebucks, and I'm out, man.